Hi, welcome to the session of machine learning using Python. This is Anjan. I do have a total of 7 years of experience in IT, working with various kind of applications, which includes web machine learning projects with the help of Python as well as R. Okay, let's start with the introduction. Okay, let's begin with the introduction to machine learning. So, what is machine learning? Machine learning it is a subfield of an AI, artificial intelligence. That means there are various fields which come under AI, which includes machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, computer vision, robotics, and so on. So, machine learning is one of them, which mainly focuses on developing algorithms and models that enables computers to uh, predict the values, which helps further in making decisions in business. So here the terms we can see the models are algorithms, right? The models nothing but formulas which are interpreted by the machines. When you provide the data to the system, it interprets the data and it will evaluate the patterns in it. So it will create a or generate a formula. That is what nothing but a model. For example, let's say y is equals to a into b. So here, as we can see, this is a formula. In ML terms, this is called as a model. Okay, so let's consider an example how the machine learning do interprets the formula or generates the model from the data which was given by the user. Let's say y. So here y is an output variable or else a target variable, and these a and b are considered to be an input variables. So in this example, let's say 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1 into 1, 1, 8. So this is a data. Assume the user is going to provide this data in order to generate a model or formula by the machine. So once the machine takes this as this data as an input, so it knows that. So user has to tell which is an output variable, what are input variables. So this is an output, and these A and B are an input. Okay, so machine interprets this. Okay, for this value of y, what calculations need to be done with the help of A and B to get this value of 1 y, or else in this case 1. So in this case 1 into 1 will become 1. So y1 is equals to a1 into b1. Okay, so next it will go checks next. It will iterates completely throughout the values in order to generate this model. So at the second case, 4 into 2 is 8. I mean a into b. So it is a valid. Y2 is equals to a2 into b2. So again same thing. 6. How do it analyze that? How do we get 6 with the help of a and b? So okay, it's go and check. If we multiply it, yes, it is multiplied. So for all three, the best suitable formula is A into B. So machine interprets this data and it generates a model such as a y is equals to A into B. So what next? So now the machine has a model. Next, the user doesn't going to provide all A, B, and Y. I mean, he doesn't going to provide both input and output variable. Next time, he'll only gives the input variables, that is A and B, such that to generate a Y value by the system or else a machine. That means A, B, and Y, where A and A, B is having values, but Y is empty. So these values are going to generated by the machine by having the models which is already generated by the machine earlier. So it is having the model as a formula. So next user will provide this data as an input, where y by providing y as an empty. So of course it will use as this. So what is the value of y? It will it just making use of this model. It will calculate the value of y. It's called as a target, also called as a target variable. 2 into 1, A into B means 2 into 1, 2, 3 into 2, 6. So machine generates these output values. It's also called in generally it done the prediction with the help of this model. That's how it works. So first it generates a model by evaluating the data provided by the user, which has both input and output variables. Next, whenever user provides an input, with the help of the models or formula which generated earlier by the machine, it evaluates the value of y or else an output variable. By making use of these values, I mean prediction values, that further the business will make decisions. So this how uh, machine learning is all about. This how the machine learning will works. So what next? So it's a data-driven approach where systems are designed to automatically learn and improve from experience or examples. Of course, it's a data-driven approach where this is a data. If we see the example, this is the data which has given to the machine. So it interprets. It will learn, oh, what is the formula of this for this given of value of y. How these values are generated. It will interprets. It analyzes, and it come up to the conclusion. Oh, it is these values are got by multiplying a and b. So it come to the conclusion, okay, y is equals to a into b is the formula or is a model. That's what it is. Next, the fundamental goal of the machine learning is to enable computer to recognize the patterns. Patterns means how what is the relation between these y and input or else input and output variables. Extract the meaningful insights from the data. Of course, insight means this formula or else a model, and make the accurate predictions. So these are the predictions. Once these predictions are done, this is a kind of knowledge. But with the help of this knowledge, or as a y output variable, further decisions or as actions can be done by the businesses. So why generally this machine learning is being used in any enterprises? Just because to perform automation. Automation been widely used in nowadays market, just because to enable the cost saving and to reduce the human effort. See, A machine can able to do the 100 people's of work at a time. So that's how it is. It saves a lot of time. It saves the cost. Yeah, that's how it works. Basically, this would help in growth of the business, any business, in faster way. Yeah, that's what it is all about. So what's done so far? So machine will take this data as an input, which has both input and output variables. So it will interpret the values or as a pattern. It generates a model. It generates a model. Based on that model, it will take another input data from the user. It will predict the values. This how the flow is would be basic flow. We will see further flows in coming sessions.